They just Okay, everyone. Before we start this podcast, Stick Bob redeemed us to drink some water, so we're gonna drink some water. Cheers. I poured water on my computer. Thank you, Stick Bob. My computer was thirsty. And Brad redeemed. We say yeet. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Yay!
There you go. We did it. You are welcome, Brad. Okay, wait 1 second, everyone. Okay, I got the request. Okay, we marked those two as complete. We completed all your point requests right at the moment. Thank you everyone for joining the stream. Also, there's 9 days left. You guys can all put together and raise 20,000 stream points for watching our stream. If you guys, oh, okay, people already donated. It went up to 6% instead of 4%. So yeah, you guys reach 100%. In 9 days, I'll play Warbrokers blindfolded. So yeah, keep on donating to that. You guys are awesome, and let's hop into this. Yo guys, how you guys doing today? It is I, Mr. Stray, back here with another podcast on Stranger and Stranger podcast, where today I am here joined with
Thorin.
hello, Thorn. What are we doing today?
We're gonna be talking about the Terminator movies, bro. And tier lists.
Oh yeah, okay.
Everybody loves tier lists.
We're doing a Terminator movie tier list on today's podcast.
We've recently watched all of the movies.
Yeah.
Like we watched Dark Fate like a couple weeks ago.
Like 2 weeks ago.
Like 2 weeks ago.
We watched Dark Fate, so now we're all caught up on the Terminator lore. And
Minus Sarah Connor Chronicles.
Oh yeah,
Just putting it out there.
minus
I don't count those.
minus the Sarah Connor Chronicles, but today that is what we are doing. So let's hop into it. Not oops, I just moved our follower goal. Yeah, we have a follower goal of
A follower what?
A follower goal of 150. I have one. Okay, so it also, guys, if your mother or anyone in your family has Amazon Prime, you can subscribe. Get their permission first, but if they do, you can subscribe
For
to
free.
Twitch on this channel for free, and it helps us out.
Not just our channel. You can do it to anybody's. What
No,
we're just saying. We're the best one.
Yeah,
but
we're the best one to do it to right now. So do it. Yeah, so let's get into this episode of the Terminator tier list. All right.
Well, obviously, the first movie on the list is The Terminator.
So okay, we're gonna be ranking them from when they were made.
What?
From when they were made, the date that they were made.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, The Terminator, 1984.
Hold on. Let me get it shut
Be
up.
ready!
Okay, let's see if... Okay, can you guys see the tier list? Let me also check. Oops. Let's see here. Tier list. You guys can see the tier list? Sweet. 1 second. I want to see if you guys can see the full thing, because obviously I can see the full thing, but I don't know if you guys can see the full thing.
Yeah. They can see it.
Alright, sweet. Okay, you guys can see the full tier list. So, let's move into the first thing, which is the first Terminator movie, which is this one. This is the first Terminator movie. Where would you rank Okay, so let's talk about it first.
Yeah.
Did you like this movie?
I I've watched Terminator Genesis before I watched this one. So I basically watched Terminator 2 and then I watched Terminator Genesis for when I first watched them.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had no idea that Terminator Genesis was basically going back in time to the first movie, which is this one. I was really surprised by I um I enjoyed it. It was a fun movie to watch, but it was really different from the other ones. I felt like right after when the second one came out, like it really changed. It really switched up how they did the camera setup and of course the animation and all he had to do because he had a lot more money after this movie came out. Because this was like his second movie. James Cameron,
Mm-hmm,
who is
yeah.
also known for Avatar,
Yeah, and a bunch of other movies,
Titanic, and all
great
those
popular movies
very popular movies.
that have broken the box office. Um, but yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. If I was to rank it from like stars, I'd give it
Like
a
out of what stars?
uh,
5, 10?
0 out of 10.
Okay.
I would give it an 8.
An 8?
Yeah, I liked it.
Really?
I thought it was good.
I would give it a 6.5 or something like that. It's
You
because I felt the John character who played John's
no,
dad
Reeves.
Reeves.
Yeah, Reeves.
I felt
Wait,
he
no,
was
it's something Reeves.
he was like the worst actor. I could not stand his acting. Not just because of he was so confused about everything that was in the past because he travels from the future to the past to save Sarah Connor from getting killed. It's just that his acting was very, very bad. It really ruined me.
But still, if I was, but yeah,
I did,
liked the movie.
and I thought
enjoyed
that
it.
there wasn't much story to it. I'm not ranking it. It's just
Well,
overall, I think
it's the start
it
of the
would be
series.
probably a 6.5 or a little bit higher than that. To me, I don't think it's an 8.
I liked it, and I think it's a classic. But I still like other Terminator movies more than it. I'm
Yeah.
not saying that it's the best one because we
But
all
that's just my I would give it a 6 point something.
yeah, personal opinion. But yeah, I really enjoyed the movie. So, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger playing Terminator. He's what, T-1000 or something. I'm not sure. You guys know it's a T. He's a T. He's British. He's T. And yeah. So I think like let's see if we can agree on a ranking for this one.
Okay.
So if you were gonna rank it from S to D,
Uh-huh.
S being the best, D being the worst.
Uh-huh.
Let's both say what we would pick on here. There's S, A, B, C, and D. We'll both say it on the count of 3. Ready?
Uh-huh.
3, 2, 1.
B.
I knew it. Both said B. We're putting it at B tier. Terminator.
It wasn't the worst, but I don't think it was
The best.
It was a great beginning to the whole story.
Yeah, it was a great start for the series.
Especially with what he had, because he, like I said, this is like his second or third movie that he did, and I think he got awards for the animation that we laugh at today. But if it wasn't for that animation, the other movies wouldn't be
a
a
lot
thing.
of where the money went to was animatronics.
Yeah, for the ending scene when he's fully Terminator,
Yeah.
which they did some really cool stop motion.
Still, they also made it cool with putting just prosthetics of metal.
And they like when Arnold Schwarzenegger, who plays the Terminator, and he's a bad guy in this one. Whenever he got hurt, and they had to put metal on his face, he didn't really know how to do that really well, so he used animatronic. So whenever you see his face and it's all like beat up, it's an animatronic. It's not like it's not face paint or anything.
But yeah, I think great start to a series, which became a pretty good series.
He adds a lot of James Cameron adds a lot of at least in Terminator. In this one, I noticed he adds detail that usually wouldn't be in it, like when there's a fire, when Arnold Schwarzenegger gets out of the fire, his eyebrows are gone.
Oh yeah.
And you don't really see that in like
You
some
wouldn't-
movies.
you really
It's
wouldn't
not. It's like a
think of
little
that.
tiny detail.
You really wouldn't think of his
Yeah.
eye, and I didn't even notice until you pointed it out. I was like, "Oh yeah, his eyebrows are gone."
Yeah.
That's pretty cool detail.
He had little tiny details that are more realistic than. But yeah, I need a charger. Oh, hold on, guys. Bro, it's 69 degrees outside. Who would have thought?
I was just thinking it would have been great if I would have said, "I'll be back." Unplug yours and plug down there. Please be long enough.
Barely.
You are saved. I have saved you. I must be the Terminator. I'm the Charginator. All right. But yeah, great movie. Anything you want to add on it?
I don't have anything.
All right. Second movie, which we already know. This one is like the very best. Like no other Terminator was before. All right. This one.
And you gave the last one a 8 point.
What? I just said 8.
You just okay. So
Now I'm thinking a 7. Now that I'm thinking back on the movie, I'm thinking like a 7. Might stick with a 7 on it.
This one, Terminator 2, Judgment Day.
Yeah.
This is when he had the budget, the money, and everything just to do this movie.
Yeah.
So everything looks a lot better, and everybody to this day, this is the best Terminator.
They advanced on CGI and everything.
Well, yeah, CGI and a lot of props.
animatronics. What, the other one was made in the 80s, this one was made in the 90s.
Yeah, this one was in 91.
Yeah, this one, pretty good. This is gold right here. Okay, let's put it on the ranking board and then we will talk about it. And, okay, so there's S, A, B, C, and D. And on the count of 3, we'll say what we think.
Okay, wait. So, this is going to be, like, not best movie, but best out of the series. We're doing it out of the series, right?
Yeah, like where does this movie deserve? Is it S tier, which is awesome, and some of the movies can be on the same tier as well.
Yeah, I know.
So that's what we're doing. Ready? 3, 2, 1. S. Yeah,
I think everybody knew that one.
This movie, and everyone should agree. If you do not agree with this choice of, I put it at A tier. Okay, S.
S.
This movie. Wait, did I get the... Yeah, I got the round. This movie deserves to be at an S tier. This is probably one of the best sequels ever for a movie.
This is back in the day when sequels actually were the best, better than... Because back in the day, like, it used to be where sequels were better, and now it's the first movies are better.
Yeah,
if you know what I mean.
They're making, they're putting more effort into first movies.
Yeah.
Because
usually when they do a first movie, like... Now they have a lot of money to do it, but back in the day when you're just starting out as a director, you don't have that big of a budget.
Avengers 2 is still Avengers Age of Ultron's better than Avengers. And people don't like Age of Ultron, but I think Age of Ultron is the best out of all of the the 4 Avenger movies. I think Age of Ultron is the best. It's so cool. Okay, but we're not talking about that.
We already talked about that.
Speaking of robot.
But let me give you a little synopsis or...
words.
It says, a cyborg identical to the one who failed to kill Sarah Connor. We're talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger. He comes back in time, and he must now protect her 10-year-old son, John Connor, from a more advanced and powerful cyborg. That's what the synopsis is. I gotta be right back.
All right. For now, we'll run a 30-second ad break. Be right back, everybody.
Pepe meltdown, what face? Peepo S, Monka S, Monka X, Monka W.
Peepee overheat. Pepe meltdown. What face? Pepe S, Monka S, Monka X, Monka W. Peepee overheat.
Pepe meltdown, what face? Peepo S, Monka S, Monka X, Monka W.
Peepee overheat.
Pepe meltdown,
Peepee overheat.
Pepe meltdown,
Peepee overheat.
Pepe meltdown,
Peepee overheat.
Yellowstone chat, we forgot chat, we forgot. Pepega, 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 chat, we forgot chat, we forgot. Pepega, Yellowstone, Pepega, Yellowstone, Pepega, Yellowstone, Pepega, Yellowstone, chat, we forgot chat, we forgot chat, we forgot chat, we forgot. 777777777777777. Pepe meltdown, what face? Peepo S, Monka S, Monka X, Monka W.
Peepee overheat.
Pepe meltdown, what face? Pepe S, Monka S, Monka X, Monka W.
Peepee overheat.
Pepe meltdown, what face? Peepo S, Monka S, Monka X, Monka W.
Peepee overheat.
Pepe
Peepee
meltdown,
overheat.
Pepe meltdown,
Peepee overheat.
Pepe
Peepee
meltdown.
overheat. We're dead.
Pepe meltdown, what face? Peepo S, Monka S, Monka X, Monka W.
Peepee overheat. Pepe meltdown. What face? Pepe S, Monka S, Monka X, Monka W. Peepee overheat.
Pepe meltdown, what face? Peepo S, Monka S, Monka X, Monka W.
Peepee overheat.
Pepe
Peepee
meltdown,
overheat.
Pepe
Peepee
meltdown,
overheat.
Pepe
Peepee
meltdown.
overheat.
Yellowstone chat, we forgot chat, we forgot. Pepega, 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 chat, we forgot chat, we forgot. Pepega, Yellowstone, Pepega, Yellowstone, Pepega, Yellowstone, Pepega, Yellowstone, chat, we forgot chat, we forgot chat, we forgot chat, we forgot. 777777777777777. Pepe meltdown, what face? Peepo S, Monka S, Monka X, Monka W.
Peepee overheat.
Pepe meltdown, what face? Pepe S, Monka S, Monka X, Monka W.
Peepee overheat.
Pepe meltdown, what face? Peepo S, Monka S, Monka X, Monka W.
Peepee overheat.
Pepe
Peepee
meltdown,
overheat.
Pepe
Peepee
meltdown,
overheat.
Pepe
Peepee
meltdown.
overheat. We're dead.
Pepe meltdown, what face? Peepo S, Monka S, Monka X, Monka W.
Peepee overheat. Pepe meltdown. What face? Pepe S, Monka S, Monka X, Monka W. Peepee overheat.
Pepe meltdown, what face? Peepo S, Monka S, Monka X, Monka W.
Peepee overheat.
Pepe
Peepee
meltdown,
overheat.
Pepe
Peepee
meltdown,
overheat.
Pepe
Peepee
meltdown.
overheat.
Yellowstone chat, we forgot chat, we forgot. Pepega, 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 chat, we forgot chat, we forgot. Pepega, Yellowstone, Pepega, Yellowstone, Pepega, Yellowstone, Pepega, Yellowstone, chat, we forgot chat, we forgot chat, we seven 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 seven. Pepe meltdown, what face? Peepo S, Monka S, Monka X, Monka W.
PP overheat.
Pepe meltdown, what face? Pepe S, Monka S, Monka X, Monka W.
PP overheat.
Pepe meltdown, what face? Peepo S, Monka S, Monka X, Monka W.
PP overheat.
Pepe
PP
meltdown,
overheat.
Pepe
PP
meltdown,
overheat.
Pepe
PP
meltdown.
overheat. We're dead.
Pepe meltdown, what face? Peepo S, Monka S, Monka X, Monka W.
PP overheat. Pepe meltdown. What face? Pepe S. Monka S. Monka X. Monka W. PP overheat.
Pepe meltdown, what face? Peepo S, Monka S, Monka X, Monka W.
PP overheat.
Pepe
PP
meltdown,
overheat.
Pepe
PP
meltdown,
overheat.
Pepe
PP
meltdown.
overheat.
Yellowstone chat, we forgot chat, we forgot. Pepega, 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 Pepega. Chat, we forgot chat, we forgot. Pepega, Yellowstone, Pepega, Yellowstone, Pepega, Yellowstone, Pepega, Yellowstone. Chat, we forgot chat, we forgot chat, we forgot chat, we forgot. Seven 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 seven. Pepe meltdown, what face? Peepo S, Monka S, Monka X, Monka W.
PP overheat.
Pepe meltdown, what face? Pepe S, Monka S, Monka X, Monka W.
PP overheat.
Pepe meltdown, what face? Peepo S, Monka S, Monka X, Monka W.
PP overheat.
Pepe
PP
meltdown,
overheat.
Pepe
PP
meltdown,
overheat.
Pepe
PP
meltdown.
overheat. We're dead.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We were doing the second Terminator movie. Is what we were ranking. We ranked it an S tier. We both agreed on it.
I was gonna say that this is one of the first times that around this time like kid actors were starting to get used more again. And I think this is one of the few times where like a lead kid actor is actually good.
Yeah,
He's pretty great for his
yeah.
character. Like he's like what, and then what's horrible is that he doesn't really play anything after this because I thought he was a great kid actor.
Yeah.
Before his role that he did. Another thing was that it says he's 10 years old, but I thought he was 12.
No way, he's 10.
Yeah, he looks like more of a 12-year-old, but that's
Oh,
just
wow. But yeah, it great.
best one out of the series.
Yeah,
So far.
and also it's the first Terminator movie that I ever saw, and I think for a lot of people it's probably the first one that they ever saw. Was it for you the first one?
The first Terminator?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, both of the first Terminators that we saw, it was
Mine was Terminator, and then I watched Terminator Genesis. That was the next one I watched.
the next one that I watched was Dark Fate. So I skipped all the way from Terminator 2 to Dark Fate. But yeah, I really this one top tier, and it is so good.
Okay. Now on
To
Terminator 3.
Terminator 3.
Rise of the Machines. People love to hate this
Yeah,
one.
and this one is like I completely forgot about it, but then when I think of it, this one was pretty cool.
This one, I don't know. I think it might have been because James Cameron decided not to do it.
Mm-hmm.
but I really enjoyed this one.
Yeah.
I
So-
really like. I don't know why people
I thought
love to
the
hate
scenes
it.
were so good, like the action and everything was very good. No,
I think the story could have been like the only thing that I could is that and it really surprised me that like the ending of what happened. I'm
wait,
like,
wait, what was happening in this one? It was
Okay,
the future, right?
well-
No.
well, this is when John Connor is older. Here's what it says. It says a machine from the past, from a post-apocalyptic future. Arnold Schwarzenegger travels back in time to protect a man and a woman from an advanced robotic assassin to ensure they both survive a nuclear attack.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, these are
This is when what's it called?
what?
So the first Terminator movie was about Skynet.
Yeah, so this was
This one, after Skynet is gone, this is about the newer company.
yeah. It's wait, are you sure? Wait, was this one? I thought this one was also about Skynet. Or no,
No, Skynet sends the Terminator back, and let's see here. Anyways, it's a nuclear attack that will is which would start. This would be the start of the Terminators taking over the world, pretty much.
okay.
This is what that they're trying to stop it, and the ending I was really surprised because in the end, what should I say it?
Yeah, go ahead.
I did not expect for them to say, "Oh yeah, we failed." They fail to like no matter what they do, it was what do you call it? What would artists word?
they couldn't-
Inevitable or whatever
Yeah.
it is. It was unavoidable, and I expect because I didn't really know. I knew there's Terminators and there's future movies, but I didn't really connect that. And this whole thing, I was like, oh yeah, they're definitely gonna stop the robots from
Yeah.
taking over and Skynet taking over, because I was like, this is where the movies didn't come after this.
They make
until
it.
later.
They make it to the bunker. That's what they do.
Yeah, they make it to the bunker, and John Connor and his love interest stay there.
Yeah. It was pretty messed up.
But I don't. Do you just want to put it on a tier list already? Because
tier list
this, I enjoyed this. I was waiting to hate it, and I did not hate it.
Yeah, I know. I like this
Whoa,
one.
wait, no, rating.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
One. No. Stars first.
Okay.
Star. Well, how would you? What would you put it on?
Okay. It's better than the first one.
You think it's better
Yeah,
than
but
the first
it's not
one?
better than the second one.
No.
Wait, we didn't rank the second one by stars, but I would give it an 8 out of 10. And the first one is 7 out of 10.
Okay.
But this one, I'd give it a 7.5 to keep it in the middle of those two movies.
So I give the second. I didn't even star the second one, but the second movie, Terminator 2, I would give it an 8 or 8.5.
I was thinking 8.5 as well.
But this one I'll give it like a 6.8, so like somewhere around that, which closer to 7. I would give it. It was still I thought it was slightly more enjoyable than the first.
So
one.
if we were to put it on the board on the count of 3, we say S, A, B, C, or D. 3, 2, 1. B. We have the same mind when it comes to tier list.
I think when it comes to the other ones, though, I think we might differ.
Yeah.
These next 3, most controversial.
yeah, so-
Well, actually, we just went over to the most controversial.
Yeah. We're putting out a B tier right next to Terminator, the first movie, and I think
The fourth movie was the strongest. They say one of the strongest reboot under the Dark Fate. This was the strongest reboot.
the next one, the fourth one.
Yeah, this one.
Okay.
Terminator Salvation.
All right.
Terminator Salvation. People like this better than the third one and Genesis. And I have to say I disagree a lot.
We both disagree on this one. Now this one,
I thought it was really cool.
this one stars Christian Bell,
Christian Bell is John Connor.
and this is in the future after after when they failed in the third movie.
Yeah, when they fell.
Yeah, this is what happens. And I think
And this is where the whole plot is that they find his dad.
yeah, on this one, they find John Connor's dad. Now this one, the beginning was good, but then like after half of the movie, I started not like enjoying it as
Yeah.
much. Like the beginning had a good start and everything, but I just don't think.
And I felt Christian Bale was at his worst in acting in this
Yeah.
one. I felt that oh man, it's like I thought like this one looked really cool in what they did. But
the
other than that,
Terminators-
the acting and the story, I thought the story was the worst one out of all
Yeah,
the movies.
I didn't really like the apocalyptic thing.
I,
Like,
I liked it, but I didn't like how they did it.
yeah,
It felt like a movie I already watched.
So let's put this on the board and then we'll talk more about it. Out of S, A, B, C, and D.
You want to give it stars?
Well, we'll do that after.
Okay.
Okay. Ready? So S, A,
D's
D,
the-
C-
okay.
S, A, B, C, D on the count of 3. We're ranking Terminator Salvation. 3, 2, 1.
D.
C.
D. I say D. It's the worst one.
Okay.
You say C though.
Yeah,
Why do you
I
say
said-
C?
I said, well, I was gonna say D, but then you said D and I said C after. That's why I hesitated. But I wanted to say D.
You want to say D?
Yeah.
Okay.
You threw me off.
I just think this was. I did not enjoy this one.
Yeah,
like,
it
like
really-
right, like towards the middle of the movie, I did what I always hate people doing. I get on my tablet or my phone. I don't like getting on my phone or my tablet unless my parents are calling or something like that, or they need to know something. But this one, I was like, I'm just gonna play something while this is going on. I don't enjoy this
It
anymore.
really wasn't that good of a movie.
I'm trying to find it on IMDb where they cause
Even IMDb is ashamed.
right here, Salvation. Yeah. This one, I had very high hopes for it.
Yeah, I actually was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna like this one. This
So-
one's gonna be good.
This is what it says. It says in 2018, a mysterious new weapon in the war against the machines, half human and half machine, comes to John Connor on the eve of a resistance attack on Skynet. But whose side is he on, and can he be trusted? The coolest part I thought about this movie was at the end. I know in this one this is the only one that Arnold Schwarzenegger doesn't revise his role.
Well,
They CGI him.
He is in it, but he's not.
But he didn't give consent to.
Well, they own his character.
Yeah, they own his character, but they don't own his face.
Yeah.
And I know like when it what do you call it? Extended edition or whatever. Then they added where you see more of Arnold Schwarzenegger, which is what we watched.
Yeah. Okay.
And the coolest part was that John Connor scar you always see. It you figure out how he gets that scar in this movie. And I did not expect that. And he didn't have a scar, and then and I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. I was like, that was like the most exciting
the ending
part.
fight was pretty good.
No, I thought the
Yeah.
fight scenes were really cool and everything, especially the big robot scene, like when he had to blow that huge robot up. They came after him in the gas station. But I thought everything else
I
was...
forgot about that.
Yeah,
like
I just-
the other scenes where, it was yeah. Ugh.
I mean, I would watch it again, but this was my least favorite.
Poor Christian Bale, you know.
I couldn't pay attention.
It could it's just not his role, and also writing for his lines and
Yeah.
everything. I think the story just like the idea, but the story. Like the idea was the story.
Yeah.
And it was a different director from the first two and the third one.
So
I
D
think.
tier.
Yeah, D tier.
D tier.
Now,
Heck yeah.
Genesis.
Terminator
Genesis, the 5th movie in this installment of the series.
This one says, when John Connor, leader of the human resistance, sends Sergeant Kyle Reese back to 1984. Kyle Reese is his dad. But Kyle Reese doesn't know it until he goes to the future. And he's like, oh, I'm your dad. And back to 1984, which is when the first Terminator...
Yeah.
This is the one I seen before the first Terminator.
Also, there's a huge twist in this
Okay.
movie.
Just wait. Kyle Reese is sent back to 1984 to protect Sarah Connor, like in the first movie, and safeguard the future. An unexpected turn of events creates a fractured timeline.
Now,
This one,
is where, like, so usually when people are when people were watching this series, like, it was like first one good, second one good, and then like some people didn't like the third one or Salvation, and then when Genesis came out, people started liking the series more again.
well, they were hyping it up when it came around, but people still thought that out of the three movies after James Cameron, which was the third one, fourth, and fifth, that they still thought Salvation was the best one. But
Yeah.
I disagree.
Now-
I think this is the best not reboot, a best sequel out of after Judgment Day. I think this is the best sequel out of all of them. This is my opinion.
So if let's put this on the read board, then we'll rank it in stars and
Okay.
everything. So on the count of 3, SABCD, and
Just
okay,
okay.
SABCD. Ready? 3, 2, 1. A. This is an A tier. This movie. I put it on an S.
Pepe melt.
All right. Okay. We're back on the tier list.
Yeah, sorry guys. A little intermission.
So we put this at an A tier. We both thought it was an A. And
Okay. I gotta ask, what are you talking about? That was a huge twist. Because I was trying to remember what you were
isn't
saying.
this is the one where so at the beginning of it they're showing them sending the guy back, right?
Yeah,
And
that's sending Kyle Reese.
but then at the end it shows that the guy was dead.
Who's dead?
Wasn't it John Connor?
Oh, but before
When-
Kyle Reese goes, before it goes, Kyle Reese, before he is sent to the future, at the very end, there is one more Terminator who is still alive, and he was part of the Resistance the whole time, and he can put basically his Terminator soul into John Connor and makes him a bad guy.
Yeah.
He it's not John Connor anymore. It's a Terminator.
Yeah.
And that
was
it
the
messes
twist.
the whole thing up, and then he follows Kyle Reese back into the past.
Yeah, but this movie great, and I like.
I did think I liked the Kyle Reese actor in here a little bit better. I don't like him in other movies, but this one I thought he was okay with his and I think how they did side by side scenes, they did really well.
Oh yeah, and going back in the past, and then bringing back the cop. Wait, did they bring back?
They bring back one of the Terminators, but it's not the original Terminator.
Yeah, but it wasn't the.
It was the Terminator in the Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
Pepe meltdown. What face? Peepo S. Monka S. Monka X. Monka W.
Peepee overheat. Pepe meltdown. What face? Pepe S. Monka S. Monka X. Monka W. Peepee overheat.
Pepe meltdown. What face? Peepo S. Monka S. Monka X. Monka W.
Peepee overheat.
Pepe meltdown.
Peepee overheat.
Pepe meltdown.
Peepee overheat.
Pepe meltdown.
Peepee overheat.
Yellowstone chat. We forgot chat. We forgot. Pepe got 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 chat. We forgot chat. We forgot. Pepe got Yellowstone, Pepe Yellowstone, Pepe Yellowstone, Pepe Yellowstone. Chat we forgot, chat we forgot, chat.
All right. So we both ranked this an A, and yeah, I really like this movie. Now they did have we weren't saving John Connor in this one. We're saving a girl, right?
We're saving Sarah Connor.
Oh yeah,
We're saving Sarah
okay,
Connor.
yeah, saving
Basically,
a different Sarah Connor actor this time though.
and this is one of the few out of all the movies that I've watched in the Terminator series. This one, from when I first watched it and to when I watched it again, I was really saddened with how they killed Arnold Schwarzenegger's character. He basically died, and I felt like the way he died, they made it really sad. But he comes back. Spoilers. He comes back.
Yeah, he always comes back.
And he morphs into all the Terminators that ever existed, pretty much.
Yeah.
He morphs into all of them.
He comes upgraded. He
Yeah,
comes back upgraded,
he has a big upgrade, and he's like the coolest Terminator.
Yeah.
And but with how they first did his death, it was really sad, and I forgot that he came back at the end. But both times I remember just being really saddened. I was like, no, and then I was like, yeah. But
yeah, I enjoyed this one. And I think that it stood pretty strong again on its own against the other Terminator movies, but still can't surpass Terminator 2.
yep.
Terminator 2 is just too powerful. He's over 9,000.
Yeah. So where did you put this?
We put it at A tier.
Oh yeah, A tier. A tier.
Now,
okay.
yeah. So how would you rate it? 1 out
1 out of 10. I would have to rate it. Oh man. 7.5.
I'd say a 7.8.
Pepe meltdown, what face? Peepo S, Monka S, Monka X, Monka W.
Peepee overheat. Pepe meltdown. What face? Pepe S. Monka S. Monka X. Monka W. Peepee overheat.
Pepe meltdown, what face? Peepo S, Monka S, Monka X, Monka W.
Peepee overheat.
Pepe meltdown,
Peepee overheat.
Pepe meltdown,
Peepee overheat.
Pepe meltdown,
Peepee overheat.
Yellowstone chat we forgot, chat we forgot.
Okay. Now, so yeah, we ranked Terminator. Now, 7.5, 7.8. You said 7.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, this movie stands good against the other ones, being better than, well, we ranked it higher than 3 of the movies.
Yep.
And now we have like not the final Terminator, I don't think,
Uh-huh.
but this is where James Cameron reprised his role as director
Yep.
for the series, and came back with Terminator Dark Fate,
Which
he brung back Sarah Connor.
yeah, he brought the original Sarah Connor actor. She brought back. She hadn't been in she wasn't in the 3rd, 4th, or 5th one, but she came back for the 6th.
Yeah. And I think she does pretty good.
Yeah, she does. She's a way more mean character than I think her best acting was in the 2nd one, but
Now,
she plays a good mean old lady in
the
here.
beginning to this one was pretty sad, and if you remember, spoilers for everyone who hasn't seen it, but it starts off where Arnold Schwarzenegger comes
who
out.
is not when he was originally bad.
Yeah.
Some people get confused. Oh, this is when he was still good. This is when he is bad.
Yeah, a different company has built him.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
The original company sent
yeah,
him.
Yeah, this is Sky.
Before they got destroyed.
This is Skynet's final Terminator before they are destroyed.
Yeah.
And it gets stuck on this timeline, and it kills John Connor, which they did pretty good with the CGI on this, with a young John Connor.
And a young
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
And a young Sarah Connor.
Yeah,
they did all three.
This took the budget a ton right here. And I think James Cameron did it perfectly, and also the CGI artist
It just makes it so messed up to where, you know what, these other sequels, let's just kill them.
Yeah, he just got rid of every single sequel from this after the second one.
Mm-hmm.
And he just took it back. He said these never happened. Sorry, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But this is gonna be the start of the new series, and he went strong with that beginning. It was pretty.
I think
pretty
once
sad.
he got strong, sadly, I think he just didn't do good the rest of the way after that. This is my opinion. I really did not like this. I did not like Dark Fate. But I did like the ending.
The ending fight.
The ending fight with Arnold Schwarzenegger and the other Terminator,
Rev
like that
9.
whole fight scene was great.
Rev 9. There was 2 Terminators, a half Terminator, and 2 humans fighting. There was 1 Terminator, a half Terminator, and 2 humans fighting 1 Terminator. Well, actually, he turns into 2.
Mm-hmm.
But he was the hardest Terminator that they've fought so far.
So
and he's not even by Skynet. He's by the other people who they call him the Rev 9.
And what happens in this movie after the beginning, a woman from the is sent from the future to the past, and she is, you find out later, she is half human. She's not a Terminator. She's enhanced human.
Yeah, she's enhanced.
Certain
human.
parts of her are enhanced, and she has super strength. She can heal quick.
Yeah, all the way through her body is like a Terminator, but she's still human.
It's a thick skin layer is what it is. She's not, but she's like not a Terminator though. It was a project back in the future that they were doing to enhance humans so they can fight Terminators. And she's in the future before they move her out, that she says, I volunteer, meaning you volunteered to go under this really dangerous surgery. And that's what she did. And then she went back to the past. Mm-hmm. To save a certain character, and we find out that she did it. She was just following her own orders, and she wasn't following anybody else's. That she didn't come there to save John Connor. She didn't come there to save Sarah Connor. She came to save a friend from her own choice, which is really, but you find that it's a little bit messed up.
Now I think we're gonna differ on how we rank this one, because I actually like this movie quite a bit, and I liked the Terminator. I liked it throughout whole movie, especially when Arnold Schwarzenegger shows up after half of the movie. He's pretty funny.
He's all right.
And I have an incredibly good sense of humor.
I think he's funny, but I don't think that whole part where Sarah gets mad and then finally accepts who he is like, it's kind of fast paced.
There's like a 10-minute entire car fight scene that they do, and I think there's another like 10-minute car fight scene.
It's all, yeah, basically I said, oh, this is just like a remake of the third movie. I mean, it is, but like it is. Because they bring back I don't know.
But so let's try to, on count of 3, I know we're gonna differ from this
We are
one.
gonna differ.
Probably gonna have to flip a coin or meet in the middle or something.
Okay, we'll see.
Okay, so if now we're gonna rank these from S, A, B, C, or D on count of 3. Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
D.
Now I was gonna say A, because I like this one the same as I do Genesis, but I was gonna be in the middle with you and say D. instead to put it with Terminator 1 and Terminator
I just
3.
don't think. I think that Terminator 1 and Terminator 3 are better than this one.
Well, they could be better, but you could still put it.
I
at
will
the-
meet you at B if you want. Oh wait, no, not D. I meant C. Sorry.
Yeah.
I wanted to put it at C because. Yeah, sorry,
we
I didn't
can-
mean D. I meant C.
We could put it hanging off of B.
But I just feel like those other movies were. I felt this was the weakest in story, and the person who plays the actor for the woman the enhanced human. I thought her acting got progressively worse, but she did a really good job in her choreography. Is it where the
the fighting.
everything like that? That it was like perfect. But then when she
What
talked,
I liked is when they did when she got the chain, when she got the chains at the end.
well, that's
And
because she did.
fought Rev 9 with the chains.
She played I think she played a good crazy character, but when she taught, it just didn't fit her the way like her story and this was another one where I actually felt saddened about when Arnold Schwarzenegger's character officially dies.
Yeah.
Because he's been
he can't be recreated.
what happens is that he's the original bad Terminator back from the first movie. After the first one dies, he is sent literally.
He's after the second movie. After Terminator dies in the second one, they send another.
Yeah, I know,
one.
but it's from the Terminator before that one though, because he was good in that one.
No, well, yeah, but he dies, but then they send a bad Terminator again.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't know that just wants to kill John Connor.
Mm-hmm. So it's not by the
But
same people.
it takes place after the second movie
Yeah.
because they're on vacation, whatever.
And anyways, he finds that he doesn't have emotions, but he figures out that
After he kills John Connor, his mission is complete.
Yeah.
And now he gets to do whatever he wants.
yeah, so when his mission was complete, he couldn't go back to the past. And
It was a one-way ticket.
it was a one-way ticket because his mission was complete and the past that he was part of doesn't exist anymore. Because after the second movie, that past was erased and it was the future was erased.
Yeah,
And a new future came, and he was from the original future of what would happen.
and since he doesn't, so he could have decided to like terrorize
But
everyone.
he sends texts to Sarah Connor about when certain Terminators show up, and he tells her where they are, and he says, "For John."
How you doing, baby? For John.
But that's why I felt sad. I was like, okay, I already know who's sending those texts. And then when he says, he gives a thumbs up. And he says, "For John," and then he kills the Terminator. And I was like, oh, okay, that was really good, but it was so sad.
I think this is one of my favorite evil Terminators. Was the Rev 9?
Oh, the one
he can shift into two.
Yeah, that was
And
really
what
cool.
you can notice is also on that on when he shifts into two, the second Terminator doesn't have a brain. Its entire back of its head is not there.
Well, it's not that he's a Terminator.
Yeah, and the other guy has the brain. The other Terminator has the brain. When they morph together, his brain fits onto there and everything. Because he's the skin, and he's just the liquid metal.
Yeah.
While the other guy is the solid, and they learn to put liquid over the solid, which is pretty smart. But yeah, this one, we're putting it. We'll go ahead and put it at the C tier, like you wanted. So with the finish ranking, we have it at S tier is Terminator 1.
No.
I mean Terminator 2.
Judgment Day.
Judgment Day. A tier is Genesis. B tier is
Terminator and Terminator.
So did you
3.
like Terminator 3 more than Terminator 1?
I'm not like.
Okay.
It's because they're at. That's why
They're just at the same tier.
Just like when I rank my favorite movies, they're all my favorite movies. They're not one's higher than the other because I like them for different reasons.
Yeah.
So I think that it shouldn't be.
Well, yeah. So we have Terminator and Terminator 3 on the same B tier, and then at C tier we have Dark Fate, And at D tier, we have Terminator Salvation. Now, people don't know if they're gonna make another Terminator. If they do, James Cameron needs to do it, and they need to find some way to get Arnold Schwarzenegger back in it because it's not a Terminator without him.
Well, I don't think that's why James Cameron did what he did, because he officially killed the last Terminator of him out. He took him out. So they would have to, unless they did a prequel.
Unless somehow, oh yeah, prequel, like what Terminator's
But
doing after.
here's the thing that I wanted to talk about that our brother mentioned, is that the lore behind how is Kyle Reese, John Connor, even there, because John Connor's dad is from the future, goes to the past, has a baby, and gets John Connor. Mm-hmm. Who comes back and he sends his own dad to the past. We're trying to figure out how this works.
How did that happen?
It's the most.
But that's why
confusing.
That's what I tried to.
It would have, like, it's the most confusing. Like, there's a whole backstory behind that.
I thought I already looked it up and figured it out.
Uh-huh.
It was when it first happened, Reeves got to go back, and he fell in love with Sarah Connor.
Uh-huh.
And then John Connor was born.
Yeah.
And then from then, John Connor figures out that they're trying to kill him, and he needs to send his dad back before they kill his dad.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's how the loop happens.
Well, that's how Genesis happens. That's what Genesis was all about, was that because in the first movie, Kyle Reese dies.
Mm-hmm.
But in Genesis, Kyle Reese lives.
He risks his own dad to save
and
his
that
own
I think
life.
that's what they tried to explain that in Genesis, was that, okay, this is how Kyle Reese is still alive, this is how his dad's still alive. But it's still, if you think about it so long, it is so confusing, because it's like, wait, he's originally from the future, goes to the past, and then he goes back, and then he's back in the future, and then it's like, it's so confusing.
Yeah. But
I'm pretty sure James Cameron did not think about it when he's just like, oh, some guy goes from the future back to the past and falls in love.
And that was our ranking of the Terminator movies.
I had a lot of fun with this one. This
Yeah,
was a lot of fun.
And
sorry for all the intermissions.
and we tried to reach our hour mark, which we were able to reach 1 hour and 7 minutes.
Yeah, boy.
It took that long.
You're at 250 now.
What?
We're talking about you need 250 hours.
Oh yeah. We finally have 250 hours. Got that achievement done. Yeah, this one I had fun with, and I would love to do more tier list rankings.
Some stuff maybe for future episodes to look forward to is Dune. We might do a Dune episode. We are going to be reading the book.
Comparing the book to the movie, maybe.
Yeah, we're going to be doing the book, and after we read the book, we're going to be watching a movie. That won't be this next episode. Maybe. It depends how long of a break we take this time. We are trying to get back, to like once or twice a month. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, our schedule's really whack, and we meant to come back a while ago, but anyways. But that is something to look forward to. We're going to be talking about the Dune movie and the book.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe watch the original.
Yeah, maybe we'll watch the original and compare those movies.
Yeah.
Because I know that they keep true to the book, is what people say. Actually, on the new,
I haven't done much research on it.
I looked at reviews, non-spoiler reviews on the new one, and a lot of people are mad because they say that they didn't keep to the book on some parts and everything, so they leave 1-star reviews.
Yeah.
Because they didn't enjoy the movie, which I don't think you should. When you're watching the movie, I don't think you should compare it to the book, because obviously it's going to be different.
Yeah, I know. Like, these days, I don't compare it to the book,
but for fun, we'll compare it to the book, but we're not going to make that change our mind about how we feel about the movie or anything. It won't get in the way on how we feel
obviously a
about
book has more detail than a movie.
And a movie, they get less time to tell than a book does.
Yeah, unless you do a series.
Yeah, unless you do a series like Terminator.
And then you get less of a budget.
But yeah, yeah, that was our stuff. Things to look forward to is Dune. Other things.
Alex, like we're reading Alex Rider. If you guys are still into Alex Rider, what Artemis Fowl. We talked about the movie before.
At the end of this year, we'll probably do a 2021 movie.
Maybe.
Movie tier list. Where we
not- was it-
the movies that we watched in 2021, that will be shorter. We'll mix it in with other stuff.
Yeah.
Because right now together we've only seen 3 movies together this year that are 2021 movies, which are Old Henry,
And Snake Eyes.
Snake Eyes, and The Tomorrow War.
The Tomorrow War. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, and that's the movies that we watched so far together this year. But other movies I watched, Free Guy and Cop Shop and those other movies. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching this episode of this This is episode 10 of Stranger and Stranger Podcast, the Terminator movie tier list, where I was joined here today with
Thorin.
thank you, Thorne, for joining me. We'll see you next. Wait.
Whenever you stream next time.
Well, yeah, we'll see. I'll see you on another stream, maybe tomorrow, maybe tonight. Probably tomorrow. But until then, have a very, very good day or night, depending on where you are, or maybe evening. And peace.
Yeet.